Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. I have a brand new eyeshadow palette to share with you guys. From the title, you know what it is. It is the 27 palette from Melt. This is a palette that was created and curated by one of the founders of Melt. Her name is Dana. The Gemini palette that was first released was curated by the other co-founder, I think Laura. Her name is Laura or Lara. I'm not sure, you guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know what her name is. But there she is. They are the two co-founders of Melt. And then since this is Dana's palette, you have like pictures, a collage pretty much of her personal pictures. I think this is her and her significant other, and then her dog, her pet. And then even at the back you have pictures of just her personal pictures up in like a sneak peek of her personal life. It doesn't say anywhere 27 on the box. It just in tiny font down here, but otherwise not much. This retails for $58 and you get 2 grams of product in each pan. That is a very good amount of product, quantity, weight wise. Well, the actual palette, this is where you see the words 27 written. I love this pattern, you guys, like this melted paint kind of a pattern. It looks so beautiful, and the color combination, this orange, this brown, and this peach. This color is stunning, this greenish mustard color, but this is not in the palette. Probably this is the kind of color you would see in the Gemini palette, not here, but I wish they had this kind of color in the palette. It looks beautiful. So also at the back, the same kind of pattern. And in here is the palette. Now this is your typical warm toned palette. There's just one cool tone, this taupe kind of color. It is kind of cool toned, but it's just your warm tone color, color scheme, you guys, with your run-of-the-mill bronze and copper shade, metallic shade. But the reason I bought it is just quite silly. The co-founder who created this palette, Dana, and I share the same birthday, June 27th, hence the name of the palette 27. So I don't know, I just wanted to get it because I have never seen a product so personal, like so close to me. I don't know, I just felt all right. The formula is going to be really good because I can only speak for myself. I absolutely love the Gemini palette. I use it like all the time, so I knew that the mattes won't fail, and the shimmers also I liked from the Gemini palette, although one was very crumbly. I still like it. It's very reflective though, so if I can make it work, as long as it's very reflective, I'm always happy. So I picked it up. That's the reason. The 27 palette is like kind of named after my birthday, I guess. Although it's like, strictly speaking, it's after her. So let's get in the swatches, you guys. 2 grams of product, 10 eyeshadows, and $58. And oh, before I forget, this palette is 100% vegan. It's completely vegan, so cruelty free and vegan, you guys. So let's get into the swatches. The first one is Naked Sleep, which is like a very hang on, let me just show it to you guys. This color is a very light toned peach color. It's not frosty at all. It just if you have my skin tone and if you're someone who sets your eyeshadow primer, this would be perfect without being ashy at all. I don't set my eyeshadow primer, so I would definitely maybe just apply it as a transition shade for a very natural look. So yeah, that's Naked Sleep. So next is Downtown. This is so beautiful. This just reminds me of these clay pots we used to have at home as a kid. We never had a refrigerator. This might seem strange, but I think we bought a refrigerator when I was 12 years old. Until then, there was no refrigerator, guys. And I don't think we even missed it. It was just, life was going okay even without a refrigerator. But now, I cannot imagine a life without a refrigerator. My God, I don't know how my parents managed, really. So summer is like the hottest time. It's like a furnace in India, or I can't speak about other states, but in Chennai, the place from I'm from, it's a furnace. And you know, in the summertime, people would just pour water in these small clay pots to just chill it and keep it really cool. So it just reminds me, it just takes me back, I feel, to those clay pots, like the perfect terracotta color. Actually, this is the color I have, you know, like smudged in the lower lash line, and the color that you see here. So that is that clay color that you see. Then next is Nip Slip. Actually, this is, it kind of looks light, but it looks quite vibrant. I know doesn't look that vibrant because my skin is not moisturized, it's not primed, so this is just pretty much dry skin. But this looks like a beautiful pastel orange shade. It looks beautiful, guys. On even on, it does not look ashy at all, and it's has really good pigmentation. The color actually pops beautifully on my skin tone, both the colors. And this one, oh god, Moxie is so good, you guys. Looks so fiery and so vibrant, and like great pigmentation. And that is Moxie. Do you see? It's just, I can just extend the eyeshadow, and it's just, pigmentation is so good. And that is Moxie, so vibrant. Okay, Crime Fighter is that metallic. It's okay, honestly. It's kind of loosely packed. It's not, it doesn't have this emollient texture to it. It looks very reflective in the pan, but I don't know, guys. It's not that reflective on the skin. With a primer, with a wet brush, it's not that reflective at all. This is the color I have in the center of the lid. Do you see? It just does not pop. And that is Crime Fighter. I mean, there's serious improvement for the metallics. Both the metallics in the palette, there's some room for improvement, definitely. And this is One More Thing. This is the taupe shade. Not my, I don't know, not a shade that I usually gravitate towards, but you know, you can find, I think I'll find some use for it. So One More Thing. Next is Thick. Thick is kind of like a mauve shade, and that is Thick. That is Thick. This one, Downtown, is more reddish, and this is more mauve. Do you see the difference? This is Downtown and this is Thick. And this is Downtown and this is Thick. Next we have Vegas Past. Vegas Past is actually slightly better than Crime Fighter, but they are very similar in texture, you guys. Again, this shadow is kind of loosely packed. It's kind of crumbles, and it looks very beautiful and reflective in pictures in the pan. Do you see it? Like kind of catches the light, both the colors. But once you, even if you pick it up with your finger now, like the way I have, it doesn't really reflect. It doesn't really adhere well to the skin. I feel it's like on the drier side. I don't know. There's serious room for improvement for the metallics, you guys. They could have done so much better. And these are like these basic shades. You know, all companies do copper and bronze, and they do it really well. I don't know. Next we have Whiskey Neat. I had, I don't know, I was kind of disappointed in this shade, you guys. Not with respect to the quality or blending or anything, because it's perfect. It's 100% perfect. But do you even see that color? And do you see how dark it looks in the pan? This is quite a soft brown shade, you guys. It does not, I really thought it would be this rich black brown color, like really deep coffee color, but it's actually quite soft. Maybe that's how they intended it to be. Maybe that's what Dana wanted to be, but it's quite soft. It's just, I don't know, it's quite soft. This is my third time building it up. see, after say 3 layers, you can slightly see it. This is where I applied it. You can, it definitely builds up, but even if you build it up, it's going to give this soft definition. In this area where my skin is not that tan, you can see the product, right? But here where my hand is like definitely very much tanned, it's just, I don't know, whiskey neat. The quality is good, it blends beautifully, but it's a softer brown. It's not as rich as it looks in the pan. It's definitely a softer brown. And finally, Moonchild is a beautiful rich burgundy shade. I was slightly worried that these two might look very similar on my skin tone, because on online swatches it looks so similar, but no, this is so much more reddish, and this is much more vampy and darker, and this is like a very very soft brown color. This is like definitely darker, and this is the shade I have just right here, just to build up a little bit of like a depth just right there. So yeah, those are the swatches. I know these, it looks quite boring, but I enjoy the mattes really really well, you guys. They're very very good. And for the metallics, there is some serious room for improvement. They could have done really well. What else? My final thoughts. I like the palette. I'm not returning it. Is it a must for others who already have colors like this? I think just skip it. There's no need to spend $58. That is a lot of money for just 10 shadows. For me, it was a little personal, so I ended up buying it. But otherwise, I don't think I would have picked it up, because these are beautiful colors, but there are brands that also make, although not the exact same good quality, but very comparable quality, so you don't have to pick it up. But if you're interested, I think the mattes are beautifully formulated. They are really really good. The metallics, if you're not that particular about metallics, you might not be disappointed. But if you really want everything to be perfect for a $58 eyeshadow palette with just 10 eyeshadows, you would be seriously disappointed with the metallics, because they are very soft. I don't know, guys, they could have done so much better, because they have done good metallics in the past. The Haze eyeshadow stack, those metallics were out of the world creamy and so incredibly like metallic. These are nowhere close to those. I don't know. That's it, you guys. That's my review. Hope you guys found the video useful. Do give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and I will do swatches on Instagram very soon, and do follow me on Instagram. It's just yours_colorfully, just the way it's spelled on my channel here. And I will see you guys very very soon, and thank you so much for spending your very precious time with me. I really really appreciate it. Bye bye.